Hey guys, welcome to Shockproof Living. We're going to be installing a ceiling fan today in the bedroom here. This is our ceiling fan that we're going to be installing. It's going to be going right there on that outlet box. We already removed the old one. We're going to start assembling. I like to build the ceiling fan on the ground first and then take it up in one piece. That's just my way. You can do it piece by piece up on top, but I prefer doing it all on the bottom and then taking it up in one shot. Let's start unboxing this ceiling fan. Use your manual. Got a light right here. This is the only part I do on the top. I do the light on the top. I just do the motor, the fan blades down here, and then I take it up in one. We got our rods. We got two sizes available. Probably gonna go with the short one. Ceiling's not too high. This other piece here. This is the part that's gonna go on the ceiling. And the rod coming down on the bottom, hooked up to the motor. Here we got our motor. We got our all screws to assemble it. Balancing kit. We rarely have to use these. Remote control with the receiver. That will put on top too. Alright, I'd like to go ahead and start with the rod. I usually build it right on here so it doesn't get scratched or anything. Alright, first thing we want to do is we want to loosen these three set screws. Let's move it up to the next section up here. Just enough so that the rod can fit. Here's our rod that we're going to use. Our ground. I'm going to remove this pin. Set that to the side here. We want to slide this cover on here. Want to do it now before you already got it all assembled, then you got to take it all apart again. So we're going to slide the wires through here. Tangle this a little bit. and 2. All right, we got them all through. Put it in. We want to get our pin, line up the holes. Hey guys, welcome back. All right, we already completed all the blades on the brackets. Now we're gonna go ahead and mount them on the motor with the supplied hardware that came in this bag here. Right here, all these screws right here, we don't need these. I think they're extra washers for the blades. And there's a couple extra screws for the blades. We're gonna be using these screws, 2 per bracket. I'm gonna line them up on these holes, screw them down. I'm gonna go ahead and do it all the way around. Start with this one. All right, we got one. Two. Three. Now this one has a lot of blades. I may leave this one out, just so I can work on this up there on top. I don't think I'm going to be able to fit between the blades once I get it up there, so I'm going to leave that one out. We're going to have to mount this on the ceiling. Take off the cover. You know what? I'm gonna have to put this cover in. Let's go ahead and flip it around. Gotta get this cover in there. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the ball. You just wanna loosen these 2 screws. So we slide the ball down. We're gonna move the pin. Slide it up. We're going to put our cover. And then we're going to slide the ball back in. Set it in. Put the pin. Slide it up. Tighten the screw. Ground screw, came off completely. All right, now we're nice and tight. Now we're ready to install this in the ceiling. Let's go ahead and turn the camera around. All right, guys, we're back. I'm going to go ahead and put this bracket on. Went ahead and got some big washers, because I didn't really like on the hole here, the head can almost go through, so I wasn't very comfortable with that. So we're gonna go ahead and use these larger washers. And we're just gonna screw it in right into the box.
I'm gonna go ahead and push the wires to the back side, to the back opening. Tab in the inside kind of bent on me there a little bit. See if I can write it down. Here we go. For some reason that screw's going in crooked. There we go. We got it where we want it now. All right, we got that one nice and tight. Our bracket is secured to the box. Now we're gonna come up with the fixture. We're just gonna drop it in that channel there. We got our fan right here. That ball, we're just gonna drop it in. And we're gonna rotate it till it finds there's a little groove on that ball. And it's gonna drop in right there. It won't rotate anymore. Now let's start wiring it up. All right, let me rotate the fan blades right there just so I can get up there. All right, so this box, your receiver box, is gonna slide right in here. So since I put the power wires on this side, I'm gonna go ahead and orientate it so that the power wires stay on that side. And we got our control wires. They just plug in. So these, you can't mix them up because they're different plugs. So we're just gonna, actually it might be easier to slide it in this way or that way. Yeah, I think it might be easier to slide it in from this side. All right, we still got our box. This wire is the antenna, so we're not gonna do anything with that. Our power wires are on this side. We got a black and a white, and our power is a black and white, also comes from the ceiling and our ground. We got this set of wires from the fan. I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in. And then we got our other set, which is the light. I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in as well. Now let's get our power wires. No wire nut fail. All right, we got our black right here. It's a little painted from a little overspray on the paint, but I can still tell it's the black wire. So we're gonna get our black. With our black, go ahead and strip. Get a new piece of copper. Let's do the same with the white. Where'd our wire go? All right, black with black. And our white with the white. And now our ground is right here. It's our green one. All right, that's this steel cable that was in there. That is just to prevent it from falling. We can just tie it to the bracket. We'll just wrap it around the bracket. We'll wrap it around the bracket. And it came with a little there we go. Sorry guys, still in the box. Came with this right here. Has a hole, 2 little holes. We'll slide the wire through, go around, come back, tighten it up. It's just in case it were to fall. It has something to stay dangling up there. So we made a loop around the bracket. We're gonna tighten it up. Let's get it pretty tight. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the excess off. All right, we're gonna organize our wires here best we can. And this cover will cover all our wiring. Let's try to push some of this wire inside there. In the sides. Then our 2 screws are going to pop out the bottom once we get our, just like that. We'll tighten these screws up. Shorter screwdriver would have been handy right now. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the other fan blade that's missing. Once I get the other fan blade, it's going to level out. Right now it's a little tiny, a little crooked. Grab that other fan blade. Move you guys back a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. All right. The last blade up. Make sure we'll double check all of them. Make sure we're tight. All our screws are tight. All right, here we got our light plug, and then our light's gonna bolt on right here. Let's grab the light. All right, let's go ahead and install the light. We got our base right here. plug in the light. Make sure it snaps in. Make sure our wires stay tucked inside. Now I gotta find the holes. Alright, we got 2 and the other 2. Come in with our nuts. It fell down again. They did not leave a lot of room in there. One more nut. All right, there she is. There we go. I need to put some batteries in the remote, but as we can see, it's on there. That's a pretty one. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if you need anything you want to see, anything in particular. Like always, like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.